Welcome back! I've just completed the unpacking video of the package that Mat Steele from Australia sent to me. So, welcome to Mat Steele Opener of Locks Challenge Lock, the Green Challenge B. I've not yet attempted to pick it. I've just prepared my picks and tension tool. And so, we are trying together to get this lock open. So, I am picking and you're watching. Alright, I use a Peterson Flat 5 0.8mm to tension the lock on the pin side. Try to hold this here in the hand. Hope this will work with the focus. Alright. Okay. And I start with this hybrid from Sparrows. Okay, adjust the lighting a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, one seems to be binding. No, it's just an extremely strong spring tension that I feel. Wow. Okay, I have to declare defeat with picking this lock in the hand. Usually I try to pick all my padlocks in the hand, but after 20 minutes my hand started to hurt and it was quite an exhausting exercise to hold it steady in front of the camera. So now I have clamped it in a vise. Hope this gives me a better chance of an opening. So let's reset the pins. They are somehow set from the last picking. And this time I tried to tension the lock from the open side and start with a very shallow pick, this one. And I know that pin 6 is a strange one, it's hard to set. And now you have seen it gave a good sound and the core turned a little bit. And now let's check all the other pins. One is loose, so it's fine. 2 gave me, I believe, 2 little clicks and core turned a little bit. Nothing more. Maybe counter rotation. Oh, got it. Nice. And touch 3 and the core turned a little bit. Nothing. So try to identify pins with feedback more carefully. One, nothing. 2, maybe a bit from 2, but I check other pins first. 3, I think I get counter rotation from 3. I hope this pick is deep enough. Okay, maybe I got it, but maybe I also lost a bit of my false set. I think this pick is not deep enough, so I change picks now to this one, very fine tipped Sparrows. So 1, nothing. 2, counter rotation. Maybe I got it, but lost the full set. Okay, got it back. And it's open. I think that was 5. Yes. Yes. Ha. Got this Australian technology lock open. Yeah. Here we go. Whew. That was quite a hard work. So it's open. Yeah. And now I'm really curious to see what's inside. I will lock it back up because then I can check the key. The key works very, very nicely, very nice and smooth. Yep. So let's have a look inside. Yeah, it's a cross screw, and it's really tight screwed in there. Okay, got it. Okay, it's a little clip here. Okay, got it turned like so. No, better not this way around. Okay, so the half moon, the longer end, is now at the shear line. Maybe I should try to put a shim in there. Should be better prepared. So I definitely don't want to mess this up. I always have trouble with shims, and it's really tight in here. But maybe I'm lucky. Looks like that I'm lucky. Yeah. Okay, so I need a follower, small size follower, and oh, the key pins are now pointing upwards. And okay, now keep fingers crossed. Yep. No modifications here. Wow. If we had threaded chambers, I think I would still pick on this lock until midnight. It's a little bit flattened, so that's making picking just a hair easier, because the shear line is a little bit wider, but it's actually not too much of a flatten here. So now let's check the drivers. We have I can adjust the lighting a little bit. So we have a multi-serrated key pin in one with a tapered end, making it a T-pin key pin. Then we have a wonderful driver with serrations and a tiny tip at the end. We have a serrated key pin in 2 and a very cool looking spool driver with a sharp ring in the middle. Then we have a overset trap in number 3 with a sharp edge at the end of the spool part. Then we have a cool looking spool in number 3. 4 is a tapered key pin, so this makes again oversetting really easy, and with a spoolish driver with a sharp edge. Then we have a key pin with serrations and again a T-pin part and a very deep spool in 5 as a driver, and 6 is a key pin with a sharp edge or with a sharp ring in the middle of the spool part. And this driver here is wow, that's fantastic. So let me try to zoom in a little bit more to appreciate its full beauty. Look at that. It's a spool with a sharp edge at the end and a tapered end, and with very sharp rings in the middle. And it's a changing diameter towards this sharp end. So I really have to say I've never ever seen pin work like this on these small key pins and drivers. That's just fantastic. So Sir Mat Steele, opener of locks, you are a fantastic challenge lock maker and a pin artist. So thank you so much for sending this fantastic lock to me. It was really great fun for me to work on it until it's open. Yeah, and yeah, everybody else, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, happy picking and bye-bye. I was a little bit too quick with saying bye-bye, because there are two more things that I would like to mention. First, spring tension. So this lock has really strong springs, which makes it hard to pick in combination with the evil keyway, with a very percentric keyway. But even more, we have double springs in 2 and 6, and I didn't pay attention to that when checking the pins in the first place. So, and second, I would like to mention pin effectiveness. But before, this lock is really a great challenge lock and gave me a lot of trouble to get into, so no complaints at all. But nonetheless, I would like to mention pin effectiveness, because this is a good example of effective pin chambers and non-effective pin chambers. We can see pin chamber 2 and 3 give a lot of room for driver pins to work in. So let me quickly put them inside here so we can see. Pin 2 and 3, driver 2 and 3 are very effective because all of the nice pin work gets in contact with a pin chamber, and this is how it should be. So when we look at driver pin number 1, we can see a lot of great pin work, but unfortunately only a little bit is effective, only the tip actually. And beside of the pin effectiveness, I think I would not have made a bevel on this driver pin like it is here, because it makes it really easy to set this pin. So if it's not all the way inside this chamber, if the key pin is really long, so you're not having advantage from the serrations. And I felt stack number 1 to be picked really easily. So sometimes I haven't even needed to pick it really. It was just a tiny touch, and it moved itself out of this pin chamber and cleared the shear line, and that's because of this tapered end. So if you want to make a T-pin, you should make it a sharp edge. So that's much better, I believe. All right, what else do we have? We have pin chamber 3, and here we have a very sharp driver, and that's just about right for this very long key pin. Would maybe a little bit better when the key bitting is so that the key pin would be just a hair shorter, but that's the best you can get from this pin chamber. So a very sharp edge, that's okay. Then we have 5, and here you can see it's unfortunately not effective at all. So this nice spool doesn't come into play because there is just not enough room in pin chamber number 5. And finally, this amazing looking driver number 6. Again, the nice pin work all along this the spool part didn't come into play really. Only the tip came into play. That gave me enough trouble. But if the profile would be that there is a shorter key pin in 6, which is always nice to have, always good to have a short key pin in the last pin chamber, because it's hard to reach and hard to set all the way, then all the nice pin work would be effective in this pin chamber. Okay, so these are my thoughts to the configuration of this challenge lock. Once again, wonderful lock, great pin work. Thanks again to Mat Steele, opener of locks. Alright, thanks for watching, happy picking, cheers and bye bye.